What's up, everybody? Drew Brees here. I hope everybody had an awesome Thanksgiving holiday. Bunch of great games this last week. I love when we got NFL football Thursday, Friday, Black Friday, and Sunday. All the rivalry college games on Saturday as well. It was good stuff, man. Tons of football, just the way we like it. And, kind of tough to pick the best drive for game winner, but I think we absolutely have to go with the Philadelphia Eagles, finding a way to come back and get the victory over the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen and Buffalo played outstanding, and yet it still was not enough for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, who just get stronger as the game goes on. They are a second-half team, and they've been down 5 times, double digits, and have come back to win every one of those games. Why? Because they're composed, because they're mentally tough, because they know that they grind you and wear you down as the game goes on, get better and better, and they're going to find a way to win in the end. And a lot of that is because they have a quarterback that they have a ton of confidence in, Jalen Hurts. So excited to highlight this episode of Game Winner. So let's go to the fourth quarter drive, which then sent the game into overtime. So 1:52 left, 2 timeouts. They need a field goal to tie, touchdown gets the win, which I'd say, here they are, 25-yard line. And this is very realistic that they could go down the field and score. They had a couple big scoring drives in the second half. Actually, man, I love the aggressive, pressure nature of this Buffalo defense. So this is kind of a classic pressure look where basically what we call this is field dog. So we've got 1, 2. They're going to run and play underneath here. They're going to drop this in, play underneath. They disguised with this safety. Safety's going to go back. And basically what we call this is palms. Palms. It's basically a quarters look. So each of those defenders is responsible for that deep quarter unless one of these receivers goes to the flat. Right? Could be a guy coming out of the backfield, could be the slot receiver. But if anybody goes to the flat, what's going to happen is those corners are going to cloud. They're going to cloud. And then this safety now has to adjust and go over the top. So it requires a little bit of reading on the run, which makes you got to be a smart defense. You got to have guys that can think fast, communicate, and react to what they're seeing and know their rules. But nonetheless, it becomes a little bit problematic for a quarterback because a lot of times it's paired with a pressure, which you've got pressure from the field. Now, Philly does a nice job. You see Jason Kelce right here turn this direction. It actually looks like he's peeking at this guy, but the minute that defender runs, his body reacts back inside. He knows that these two are going to have here. He's there, and then the back is going to slide and pick up that right there. So you are protected now with this pressure look, making you feel like, all right, we can go to work as a quarterback. Jalen does a nice job, though, of sliding left. You can tell he's got his eyes on A.J. Brown outside. Start off this drive with a completion. Nice job. All right. Plenty of time. Clock's running. All good. Get the ball out to the sideline. Let your guy catch advance, get out of bounds. Watch how Buffalo mixes the coverages here. Sean McDermott played against him a bunch when he was in Carolina as the defensive coordinator, and I was in New Orleans. Man, it's what we call a Rolodex of coverages, right? So you'll see this. Literally every snap is a different coverage. In 2 minutes, he's just trying to disguise, confuse the quarterback, make it to where you can't target them. If you can anticipate the coverages that are coming on any given play, you can dial up plays that are going to attack it. But what he's doing is he's just mixing the coverages, right? So the first play, he ran basically what we call field dog with palms coverage behind it, like a quarters. Now we've got 2-man. You look at all these defenders right here, right? It's basically man-to-man, right? Man-to-man, man-to-man, man-to-man. Just watch how they run with them. They're supposed to be taking away the inside. And then they're just alert to trail. Watch this trail technique. You want to see what 2-man is right here. Watch this trail technique right here. He basically allows the receiver to run past him. He knows he's got safety help over the top, so he's not worried about getting beat deep. And he's just going to trail underneath. All right, so good completion. All right, so minute 21, clock stopped. 2 timeouts. Here we go. All right, this is a classic Philly play. We used to call this delay. Basically what they do is they just into the boundary. They let A.J. Brown, whoever that receiver is, into the boundary. Just basically run 5 yards and in for Jalen Hurts. Pretty simple read. You're just keying this defender right here. If he gains depth, man, you know you got this receiver right here. If he's aggressive, you typically have this receiver coming in on an in route. Why is this Mike backer pushing this direction? Because the running back is going to check and release this direction. So you got verticals. He's alert for this vertical. This guy's settling. They're carrying here. So you basically have these 3 receivers up top pulling these defenders out so that you can just work this right here. 1 to 2. But you're keying that defender right there. So you see Jalen's eyes. Boom. He's zeroed in on this guy right here. Sees him gain depth. Bang. And you can do that in this situation right here. You got plenty of time. I'd say clock is in your favor. Really, it's the timeouts are in your favor. All right, so we're 109. Clock's ticking. You still got 2 timeouts. All right, nice job. Just keep chipping away. Keep chipping away. All right, that was just a cover 2 look by the defense. All right, here we go. They're bringing that pressure again. Just saw it earlier. So about, 3 plays ago, we got the same pressure. So it's field dog. Typically, they bring it away from the disguise, right? So I used to think about this as a quarterback. Wherever they're disguising early, they're probably bringing the pressure away late. So boom. You feel this right here. Oh, he looks aggressive. He looks aggressive. That's telling me bang, bang. And then they're going to get out of this thing. They're going to drop the end, okay? Now, Philly did a great job of picking it up earlier. Same thing here. They pick it up nicely. You know you're basically single coverage outside. Gets the ball to Devontae Smith, man. Keep this drive going. Nice job. All right, now clock's ticking. Still got those 2 timeouts. I'd start thinking about using one here after this play if this ends up being in bounds. All right, we get a penalty. 1st and 15. All right. All right, Buffalo goes back to this 2 high safeties, man-to-man underneath. So call that 2-man. 2 high safeties, man-to-man underneath. Left tackle gets beat right here. Forces Jalen to get the ball out quickly. Nothing he could do. All right, I like it. Getting empty. Make them declare. Now you're looking in and around the line of scrimmage. You got a 4-man rush. You know, safeties are kind of tight, but everything about the coverage is telling you man-to-man. Man-to-man, man-to-man. You see the way these guys are just kind of locked in. Obviously off and inside, outside. And these guys linger. And that tells you, hey, they could drop in and play some sort of a man-to-man robber or thief. So what we call that, where he's just roaming the middle of the field. Or you could drop back there, and it could end up being a 2-man or quarters man. Let's see what they do here. Well, they end up getting aggressive because they feel the quarterback run. Philly does such a good job of this, and this is really what separates them with the quarterback that they have. Obviously, he can drop back and beat you with his arm, but he's basically a running back when he has the ball in his hands. It really forces those linebacker or defenders in and around the box to think run threat first. All right, get some penalties here. All right, so Philly has all their timeouts taken now. They lost one on one of those penalties to avoid a 10-second runoff, and then they just called another one. So here they are, no timeouts, 30 seconds. Now at this point, you're thinking, all right, the touchdown's probably out of the question. Let's just put ourselves in a position where we can kick a field goal and take this game to overtime. Man, you've got all the momentum. You've had a couple scoring drives here in the second half to take the lead after you were down double digits in the first half. So, man, let's just keep moving the ball here. They're lucky that they got a kicker who can blast it from beyond 60 probably. So they get up for a 59-yard field goal because they get an incompletion here on 4th and 17 and knock this thing through in order to send this thing to overtime. So what happens in overtime? Buffalo goes right down the field, gets a field goal. So now, man, you got plenty of time, okay? You're not under any kind of duress. 5 minutes, 52 seconds. You got 2 timeouts. Field goal at a minimum, but, man, you are thinking, let's end this game. Let's just go on a nice methodical drive. We've been wearing these guys down to get to this point. We're going to mix the run and the pass. Tons of QB runs in this drive. But, man, this is when Jalen Hurts was at his absolute best. I love the run game scheme that Philly employs here. And watch as these QB runs unfold. Every time it's Jason Kelce who snaps the ball, sets back almost like just at initial thought, it's definitely not a drive block to make you think that it's a run. He's actually setting back. It looks like he could be in pass protection. And they've got this little swap blocking scheme where basically they're going to run this at the shade, right, which is at the nose guard. They're going to block down, so seal him with that guard. Kelsey's going to pull around, take the first backer that he sees. Running back's going to lead up on the next one. We're going to kick out with the tackle, and then Jalen Hurts, give it a moment, and then we're going to run it right up through there, and there's a nice hole. You basically pick up a blocker with these QB runs. Man, excellent how they set this thing up. 8, 9 yards a pop. They'll take that every time. Again, watch this blocking scheme. Great angle here. We're down. We're around. Kick that thing out. Kick that thing out. Running back comes underneath, seals this, or at the very least just stalemate this backer as he flows. And now basically Jalen's going to be one-on-one with this guy right here. But look at Micah Hyde. I mean, Micah Hyde's got to protect pass. He ends up being 15 yards deep. 8 or 9 yards Jalen Hurts gets before the safety is even a factor. Love that first play. All right, we saw this play earlier in the fourth quarter on that drive to go tie the game. Pretty common play that Philly runs again. It's this delay route. Again, where's Jalen's eyes? They're right here. He sees this guy drive. This defender's playing over here, so he's not going to have his second progression. So where's his third progression? It's this back right here. And that's why they run these verticals right here. You run these verticals to clear out these defenders. Get it to the back here. Let him go get you the first down. Good job working through the progression here. Let's watch his eyes. All right, eyes to the right. He also feels the color right here. Jalen does a great job of just sliding, buying a little time, getting to his third progression, get some positive yards. All right, next play. All right, we've seen this a couple times now. Field dog. All right. So disguise a little bit into the boundary, right? Early on. These guys are messing around, wanting you to think pressure here. What's that tell you? Man, it's coming from the other direction. And then what do they run here? Palms, right? Palms. Drop this end. He's really responsible for the tight end here. Now, this is interesting because the back is going to free release, which means he is not in protection, which means you're one short, right? The back would typically be responsible for this guy right here. But instead, he free releases, so now he becomes kind of your hot. And if you don't like that because of how they're going to react to it over here, you got to be ready to scramble, got to be ready to buy time, work away, which is exactly what Jalen does. He knows he's one-on-one on the backside. Hey, no problem with an incompletion there. Sometimes the defense is going to get you. Better to get the ball out, avoid the sack, avoid the negative play, get yourself into a second and manageable, a third and manageable. All right, I love this play action. Man, this Philly offensive line does such a great job Really great scheme in the play action. So much of it marries up with their run game. Watch how aggressive these front three linebacker nickel types are when they feel this action, right? They feel this guard pull. A lot of times guard pulls will tell you run. Obviously, Jalen gives a hard ball fake here to the running back. Running back's job is just to get out in the flat and hold this defender for anything that's coming over the top, which is what you're going to see. That's exactly what they're doing. But man, just an outstanding job on the play action here. Hard ball fake, get those linebackers to be aggressive, bite up. That opens up the middle of the field, delivers the ball with accuracy. Front number to Devontae Smith. Big play in this drive. You could feel the momentum. I love that they go right back to the play action. This is one of those good decision by Jalen. Sometimes these hardball play actions, you're getting everything wadded up inside right here. So, vision for the quarterback then becomes a challenge. You obviously don't want to force something in this situation. You feel good about the momentum. You're moving the ball. Watch Jalen. He's trying to feel this corner. What's he doing? Obviously we're clearing him out with this, but man, he's got eyes. Devontae Smith's going to run this little sail route right here. Maybe you kind of drill one right there as like a back shoulder almost, just slow him up in the hole. But otherwise, man, get off it. Get to your running back, check down. He's covered. All right, let's scramble and make a play. One of his best attributes is his athleticism, his ability to get outside the pocket and go scramble. Plenty of time. Great job by the O-line. They did a great job all day, especially with these exotic pressure packages from Sean McDermott and this aggressive Buffalo Bills defense. All right, back to Old Faithful. This is the third time in 12 plays that we've seen this route. Into the boundary, we call it a delay. Pause, just a little 5 yards and in right there. 10 yards and in here. We're going to clear it out. Here's your outlet, right? You should never get sacked on this play. Always find a completion. If it's not to A.J. Brown, bang, right there. Then it's to the slot, Devontae Smith. If it's not there, get it to the back. Right as I say that, ball gets knocked out. Nonetheless, though, you're going to find completions. You're going to find positive plays there. All right, 3rd and 4. All right, this just looked too easy. I think especially in this situation, defensively, you got to be a lot more aggressive, man. You got to contest all these throws. You can't let them throw it to one of their best receivers. Nobody within 5 yards of them. Looks like it might be some type of an option route. You can see Devontae Smith just kind of delay. Boom, I'm wide open. I'm just going to turn around. Jalen's locked in on him. Just watch that right there. Watch this little hesitation step. Kind of hezzy. Get here, allow this to declare. He feels softness. Man, he's just going to make himself available. Let's just get to completion, get the first down, keep this drive going. All right, again, plenty of time, 1st and 10, 3 minutes left. Field goal. You're already in field goal range. You got one of the best kickers in the league. But, man, we're going to score a touchdown and win this game. All right, it's been passed. It's been the occasional Jalen Hurts run. All right. Now back to inside zone. Inside zone to the right. But, man, this is just where timing, rhythm, the patience in which the running back is able to set this up. Basically what you're doing as an offensive line, watch all these guys. It's just, man, we're just washing this by. We're just washing all this down. Tight end, if you can't get in front of them, man, just collapse him down. This nickel's going to react. Let's try to get that block if we can. Otherwise, back, you're here, and then you're just riding this wave. And it could be here. It could be there. But just watch these guys capture all of these defenders. This is an even better angle here. Watch this here. Just capturing them down. And watch all these blocks. Push them down. push him down. Try to seal it. If you can't, man, just push him down. Allow this back. This back will hit it here. He'll hit it there. He'll get outside. He'll make you right. Just get on your guy. Great job by Swift. All right. And this just kind of sums it all up here. I love the play design. I love the play design. In fact, I would imagine Jalen Hurts has the option to throw it out here if he wants to, right? All right, so he's assessing the defense. Boom. At the snap, if he doesn't feel that these defenders have related to this motion, he's going to throw this bubble. And if he's got basically 3-on-3 or 3-on-2.5, if these guys haven't reacted the way that they should, he's going to throw this bubble with blockers, and the running back's going to go make a play. Otherwise, you feel everybody vacate this thing, which they do, and you've got this run backside, which, again, here's the scheme. Running the ball right here at the shade, okay? Why? Because now you got leverage by this guard to pin him. Depending on what happens here, there's either a backer here, there's either a backer there, or he moves the end of the line. When he moves the end of the line, you know you're going to get a pinch by this defensive end, so you're going to capture him with the tackle, and then this guy's left right here for Jason Kelce to come kick him out, and there should be a nice void right here. All right, everybody relates to the bubble. Boom, we know we got numbers backside to block. Watch how this unfolds. Great job by the left tackle. Great job by the left tackle. And watch how he just uses this left arm as a club. Bang! He takes this guy where he wants to go. This guy has to pinch. It's gap integrity. He's responsible for that B gap. He's responsible for this C gap. So he's going to pin him down inside. Provide that huge lane for Jalen Hurts to go take this thing to the house. Watch this angle here. Left tackle. Outstanding. Bang. Jason Kelce. How athletic this guy is. And just destroy this edge defender. Pin, bang. Nothing there, and all of a sudden it opens up like a Mack truck. Game winner. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. Rolling.